Hello, and welcome to the Spot On Podcast by Spotify Marketing Proposal by Samantha Donaldson, Imsada Holly, Isabella Wielga, Selena Fuentes Flores, Star Sidoti, and Lakanda Mikeska. It's marketing on a whole new level. Spotify is unstoppable as one of the leading streaming platforms in the world. Unfortunately, its recently released platform for podcasts is not reflecting how strong it could be in the podcast world. The implementation of Spot On Podcasts by Spotify will be a campaign that attracts advertisers and consumers to purchase ad space on the Spotify podcast platform. Increasing sales and building awareness around the platform will ultimately lead to a spike in premium memberships. Spotify's current competition is Apple Music, Tidal, and Amazon Music. Though all four platforms offer similar features, they all vary in content. Each have recently added podcasts to their content list. In addition, Spotify has added many new popular podcast hosts to the mix, including the Joe Rogan Experience. Although the new additions to the podcast are great, they all have hit another challenge, which is how do they track how long listeners stay on each podcast and if they listen to the ads that are played. There is not a metric currently that gives Spotify that specific information. Lastly, we have to think about how to reach our target audience, which is students and veterans, through a new marketing plan. We will capitalize off of the Joe Rogan podcast by building off of its popularity. When it comes to analytics, our top metrics that attract are followers, monthly listeners, and streams. We are going to hire 2 new engineers to develop a new algorithm for tracking how long the listener plays the podcast and if they listen to the entire ads. In advertising, we want to focus on the smaller businesses and get their ads out there and listened to. With this focusing, we can put out more interactive ads with added benefits like extra skips for the freemium members who watch and listen to the entire ads. And for the premium, it could unlock a special discount for their monthly payment. There is a very promising opportunity to tap into the Gen Z generation. They are motivated and interested in technology and are drawn to work that supports the greater good through education, volunteering, healthcare, and political issues. They have little to no memory of a world that existed before smartphones, so they are considered digital natives. This makes advertisement distribution suitable for smartphones, tablets, laptops, and smart TVs the most ideal option. Spotify's internal strengths include availability in all major countries, as well as having an app that is easy to navigate. This means there's an opportunity to gain more users and reach a much wider audience. One of the other internal strengths for Spotify will be the acquisition of the rights to the Joe Rogan Experience. Having the Joe Rogan Experience exclusively on Spotify had the stock raised by 11%, as it was listed as the most streamed podcast for 2020. Another internal strength for Spotify would be allowing brands to put their ads on their platform by offering the Spotify Ad Studio. The brands have a choice in choosing how much to spend, when their ads will play, who their audience is. This is a major strength for Spotify because not only can they make even more revenue, but it shows that Spotify is open to let almost any brand advertise on their platform. One weakness would be that Spotify Ad Studio is only available in English, thus cutting out potential advertisers that appeal to listeners who live in non-English speaking countries, despite the app being available in all major countries. Another weakness is that while Spotify has acquired the rights to the Joe Rogan Experience, it could give the impression that they're alienating people, since Joe Rogan had his podcast on many platforms before the deal. However, this can present an opportunity to try to get longtime Joe Rogan fans to listen to Spotify. The external business climate of Spotify include a strong social presence, political advertisement issues, positive increase in the stock market, and the benefits of technology and culture colliding positively. Spotify has direct and indirect competition with other podcast services, such as Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Tidal. There are many competitive advantages with the podcast services such as Amazon Music and Apple including a podcast in their service, and Tidal offering a lossless quality for their catalog. This is a breakdown of current staff with 2 new additions added in the Spotify-themed green boxes. We already have a department built to handle the workload of finding potential hosts and content, along with a department for creating ads and marketing material. 2 software engineers are needed to help and create a new podcast algorithm to track the length of time listeners listen to the podcast before either changing it or turning it off, and also track how long they listen to the ads. We will use the existing staff to work with small businesses to create ads that feature their best qualities. We can also use the current marketing staff to create personalized and interactive ads to the specific user to keep them interested. In turn, this is how much we intend for it to cost. Spotify will focus on 3 promotional strategies for marketing: sales promotion, direct marketing, and advertising. With sales promotion, we are looking to build the customer base by adding lifestyle discounts and flash sales. These will be intermittent sales that target the base we are looking to attract. Lifestyle discounts will include back-to-school sales for teachers and students just by signing up with their school email. Flash sales will run on a schedule to offer discounted rates at a bulk price. Direct marketing will focus on reaching out to current customers or former customers with the information they provided at sign up, such as an email and text. Through this strategy, we will alert them of new podcasts, sales, and discounts for rejoining if they are no longer subscribed. For advertising, social media will be at the forefront with marketing through influencers and ads within social media, such as Facebook. Our main demographic stays active on social media, and this will help target that community. Marketing expenses include advertising, endorsements, content creation, campaigns, website maintenance, content management, and graphic design. Years 2 and 3 will be fluctuating surrounding content management and endorsements, solidly maintaining a steady pace in expenses for the 2nd and 3rd year. Contracts, regulations, and intellectual property will need to be reviewed and discussed. Though Spotify already has a great deal of information displayed on the platform's terms and conditions of use agreement, intellectual property like the trademark for Spot On Podcast for Spotify will need to be acquired. Legal expenses project it is going to be $300,000 for the legal team and a one-time payment of $330 for the trademark in the 1st year, followed by a 3% inflation rate for the legal team for years 2 and 3. The sales projections include the sales channels and the product of corporate advertising and small business ads. The unit volume for corporate advertising will start at 50, with the unit price starting at $25 million. And the small business ad starts with a unit volume of 30 advertisements and a unit price of $10,000. The year 1 sales projection will total $1,250,300,000. Followed by year 2 totaling $2,550,450,000. Lastly, year 3 will total in $3,900,600,000. Year 1 advertisements should yield $200,396,550. By year 2, it is projected to go up 59%, in year 3, 69%. The revenue made greatly outweighs the expenses, showing steady growth in annual profits. As you can see, our team would kickstart this plan in February of 2021. The Spotify team would then determine qualified individuals to work out in detail our budgets, promotional tactics, marketing expenses, and legal aspects to make sure Spotify is protected, along with having sales projections determined in the following months. Final steps would be distribution, where the team can plan out which promotional material to release and when. After following the data on Joe Rogan's promotional material, we would then determine which tactic worked the best and go from there. Jumping to the future, we'd expect to see an increase of 350 million active users who subscribe to the Spotify Premium membership. Thank you.